Disappointing, I know, right? And once in a while, I gotta look right here at the screen, and in hopes that it makes you feel like I'm connecting with you. But I'm also trying to connect with our viewers. How do you feel about that?
I feel connected.
That could not have been a more disconnected
Feel
statement
connected.
of connecting. Nicholas, I have not seen anything more inappropriate than that, and God, I'm gonna shut this down. Nick, how do you like my new place?
It looks nice.
Doesn't it? It looks like we actually make money doing this.
Looks like a nice piano.
But you probably would feel bad for me not paying you.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta work on my default backgrounds. I don't have anything default available.
Do you need
And
the
although
Mr. Pillow? You need to ask Brayhan if you could use the Mr. Pillow.
I'm sure I could Google that, but you're right. He kind of used it, so we definitely should probably ask him. It's kind of his thing.
I agree.
Now I won't keep this up for all recordings. Obviously, I'm saving the official backgrounds for the stingers that I throw in. But that being said, guys, let's just get to it. Welcome to Nerdentials, your weekly dose of the nerdy essentials covering film, TV, video games, and comic books. I'm your host, Joe Tweetin, and joining me, literally and figuratively, across the way, right here, is my my comrade, my cohort, my co-op partner for life at this point anyway, at this juncture in life, you might say, and to whom I might call my best friend. Don't get choked up. It is the Nick Thomas. Welcome, sir.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Just to not make it awkward, I'll put up a round of applause. Literal round of applause for my one associate this evening. Guys, I'm going to break the news to you real softly. Everyone f***ing sucks. Okay. Wow, that wasn't soft at all, was it? I apologize. What I meant to say was scheduling conflicts. That's the professional term, right? When
scheduling conflicts.
Things don't line up with everyone else. Anyway, no bitter feelings here. We do love all our friends, regardless of how big or small their problems are. I'll put some nice little wink sound effect in there. Yeah, kind of like the not the Flo, the insurance girl, but the one with the teeth cleaning thing. She smiles and there's a little flash in her smile. Ding! That little ding, yeah. I'll throw that in there somewhere. But guys, anyway, I want to throw this out there. First up, apologies to any of our consistent viewers or listeners. It has actually been a couple weeks since we do our last 3 episodes, we promised regular recordings, and we are trying to stick to that. We are still human, unfortunately. Some might say unfortunately. I like to think that we connect to you better by being human, but also it makes for a crappy weekend when you're looking for content and your favorite podcast just isn't there. Am I right, Nick?
I am not a robot. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, you should not intone the phrase "I am not a robot" because it's not human. It's not connective. But that being said, Nick, I think you share my sentiments too, sir. That again, we would say scheduling conflicts, and it's partially true. But let's just say, going forward, we are going to try to get back on that horse, as most would say, right?
Dude, I just gotta say, I just really have to say this right now. You have not tried it. The new Mountain Dew Baja Flash.
What is Baja Flash, sir? And no, we're not sponsored, guys.
It
What is
is
Baja Flash?
Mountain Dew. Dew with the blast of natural and artificial pineapple coconut flavor.
Wait,
All right, you know
Baja
that
Blast is a little bit of that. So what's Baja Flash?
with pineapple. Baja Blast is almost like a. Uh, it's actually got more of like a fruit punch, like
Okay.
coconut flavor. But this is straight up pineapple. It tastes like you.
So it's heavier on the citrus, is what you're trying to say.
No, it's like super sweet. It's super great and goes well with rum
Oh well,
or vodka
you being the, I was gonna say you being the residential rum drinker in this group, I assumed you would know that.
and vodka. Goes very well with vodka.
Pineapple is a good flavor buffer when it comes to any kind of hard alcohol. So I would imagine it would work well with vodka. Yeah, I can see that. Sir, anyway, we kind of lost track for a second.
Sorry, I apologize.
No, you don't need to apologize. Anytime there's something new and exciting, dude, and we're right up front at the face of this podcast, you throw it out there, sir. I'm always down for learning something new, and I've never seen that flavor in stores actually. So
I saw it for the first time today.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. It must be really, really new, like so new. You guys are just now hearing it for the first time. But that being said, guys, let's just do a little upfront housekeeping before we kick things off. Guys, welcome to podcast 111. I had to think about it for a minute because we took a couple weeks off. Yes, sir. Yeah, 111. Thank you for
the
visuals. The visuals are always there, sir. Thank you.
Here, I'll just write it on my camera. Just give me a second.
Squeak. Episode 111, guys. Because it's just me and Nick, we're going to streamline a little bit. We are still shooting for 3 times a week going forward. We are shooting for the movie, TV, video games, Monday, Wednesday, Friday format like we have promised for the last 3 episodes. This week we have to kind of contain ourselves a little bit. So what we are going to do is guarantee a little bit of variety for this episode. We'll see how the show goes. So for episode 111, we're not promising anything. Guys, we're going not to promise you any content up front. But as it happens, we do things in order. So at the very least, you're getting some movie talk right now and possibly some TV talk before the end of this episode.
Well, on that note, folks, let's go into Movie Matters.
Guys, welcome to Movie Matters. I think I made that smooth enough, even with kids in the background and me struggling to be copacetic. Better than my time when I was too drunk for this.
Yeah.
Am I right?
You're keeping your sanity.
I think I'm doing all right. Guys, first up, I just want to kind of lay out the layout, literally. We're going to review a couple films today. Well, one for sure, hopefully 2, if you catch my drift. One that's been a couple weeks in the making as far as us reviewing it. Review is up on our website. Believe it or not, we do those. And actually, shoot. By the time this is cut, Nick, it will be up there. If it's not, it's on there. But no, this will be a good outtake. But let's try to pull myself out of the ashes, if you will. Here's what we're going to do. I don't have a trailer queued up, but I do have some still photos because I knew that'd be safe. HBO Max, remember, shut our episode down multiple times. Well, not them, but like the copyright protection bull crap hit us so hard for the Justice League Snyder cut where we showed a lot of footage, and I understand it was more than 10 or 20 seconds at a time. There was long clips in there. It makes sense. I get it. Certain companies are super anal. no pun intended, super anal about their properties.
Anal.
Super anal about their properties and who they want showing it off without them collecting on the money. Crazy thing is they didn't even want to monetize my video. They just wanted to shut it down straight up, which still blows my mind because we're an unmonetized channel right now. We're so small that it does not matter. And the fact that they wanted to, that their, I guess, lawyer based lockdown copyright protection is anyone that even tries to show clips of this needs to be blocked 100%. That just blew my mind because I'm like, okay, even why wouldn't you at least want to claim the monetization? That's free advertisement for you, Warner Brothers. That's free advertisement for you.
Yep.
People are talking about you, showcasing your shit. I don't even want to talk about the headspace of Warner Brothers corporate. I love the properties they own. I do not love the owners. Side tangent. Moving on. We all agree. We'll do a rant later for funsies. If you guys like, leave a comment down below or a thumbs up on this video if you'd like to hear a Warner Brothers rant from passionate nerds. That being said, guys, we are going to cover Army of the Dead and no less our very own favorite fictional action director, Zack Snyder, who we just recently, I just got done complaining about our coverage of his 4-hour director cut that Warner Brothers grabbed their balls and went forward with by allowing to be put out there on HBO Max. So we covered the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. Go check out that episode. Links in the description or this little bubble up here on the top. Bubble up way up there. Maybe I'll put in a tag that you can click on if you want to deviate for a minute and check that out. But it's long-winded. It's only for the non-faint of heart nerds. That being said, though, here is another Zack Snyder directed and produced film called Army of the Dead. Very excited about that. In fact, here, let me just share some screenshots as we are talking about it. Here we go. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah.
Almost sound like Jeff Goldblum here for a second. Here we go.
The director of this is Zack Snyder. The producer, Zack Snyder. In all his
Snidey glory. Oh.
Yeah. Well, yes. He has a tendency to make stuff nice and gory, and him taking on a zombie movie only makes sense.
It makes sense, but it's also a very different avenue for him still.
But yeah, it makes me wonder why he hasn't done it sooner.
Right? Especially, well, not to make too many puns, but like the slow moving zombies, like why with his slow-mo shots, why hasn't he done that yet?
Well, on top of this, we have a fantastic cast. This was Netflix original. Army of the Dead.
No. HBO Max.
Oh no,
Sorry.
This was Netflix, bro.
Oh my God! Sorry, I'm the idiot now.
Look at the bottom of the screen.
I know. I almost made you feel like an idiot. I apologize. This is a Netflix original from Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
We recently talked about Justice League, Zack Snyder, HBO. My bad. This is
very
Netflix,
big
guys.
budget, very nice. And actually, we're going to talk about this, but something to know: this was such a big project. They actually have a series that's going to be a prequel series to the movie.
Oh, based
Already
off
working.
Of this.
Yes.
Off of this? Cool.
Yeah. So back to our starring cast.
Let's start off our lead.
We have wrestling fame and that of Guardians of the Galaxy, Dave Bautista.
All right. Here,
most people know him most recently from Guardians of the Galaxy as Drax. Next, we have Ella Purnell. She played in Maleficent and Kick-Ass 2.
There we go.
Ana de la Reguera. You will most likely know her. Oh, you don't have her on the thing. That's okay.
I don't have everyone. Sorry.
From a Nickelodeon movie that came out a while back with Jack Black. Nacho Libre.
Oh, Nacho Libre. Right on.
She was the nun.
Whoever I have listed, I'll throw up when I can. Keep going,
and
dude.
And then we got Omari Hardwick.
Omari Hardwick. Yeah, dude. Next
Theo
week.
Rossi.
Theo Rossi. He
Yeah.
Here. I have a list.
Yes, I know his picture. Yeah.
Well, hold up. Do you have Google Docs pulled? Because I actually have references to all of these artists.
You actually missed the one for Omari.
I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ella Purnell was for Maleficent and Kick-Ass 2.
Yep.
Theo Rossi was Sons of Anarchy.
Yep.
Wait, no. Are we talking about Anna de la Reguera? Because I do have her listed here for Nacho Libre and Narcos.
Yeah, and I said that, but we didn't list Omari.
Sorry, dude.
Omari Hart.
I'm sorry, dude. And hey, this guy next, the locksmith is Matthias, but it's Schweighöfer is how you say his name. Really hard to say, actually. But he played the locksmith. He was pretty cool in the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't have any other actors, so I will just kill this for now. And you keep listing them off.
Nora Arnezeder from Lily the Coyote.
Yeah, and
then the one that I was actually really excited about to see them in a movie, film, anything other than one of my favorite TV shows right now, Tig Notara. Most known for her role as pretty much the chief engineer on the Discovery.
Star Trek Discovery, right? I thought. Oh, I know. I need to personally catch up on that.
They're in there as a very sarcastic, down to earth, just smart ass, and I love it. Just their whole demeanor. This movie with its cast and everything turned out really well. Do you want to do the synopsis, or should I?
I can read it real quick. A real simple premise.
What is this movie about?
Real simple premise, guys.
Zombies. We're good. Let's go.
Following a zombie outbreak in Las Vegas, of all places, a group of mercenaries take the ultimate gamble. They venture into a quarantine zone to pull off the greatest heist ever. Obviously, that's really short, quick to the point, but that is exactly the entirety of this film. Joe, it's a zombie heist film.
Yeah. Do you like movies like Gone in 60 Seconds?
Ocean's 11?
The Italian Job?
Any of those. I can't. Yeah. And then mix it in with like Dawn of the Dead, Land of the Dead, World War Z.
World War Z.
Because we're talking a variety of zombies, not just classic, slow, zonked out arms in front of us. I need a brain, but we've also got these rabid fast types, which why I referenced World War Z with Brad Pitt. That was very much these are fast moving, and not all of them, but that is definitely in the mix here.
If you guys didn't know to expect fast zombies, I'm sorry. Spoiler warning. Just to talk about those fast zombies a little bit, they actually didn't remind me of the old-fashioned zombies. They reminded me of more like did you see the movie with what's his face from Santa Clarita Diet, the main actor?
Oliphant.
Timothy Oliphant starred
yeah.
in a movie that was supposed to be like zombies but different, called The Crazies.
Oh, I saw that one. I have.
These zombies reminded me of those.
Oh no, there was some of that in there. Weren't they a little more rabid?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember that one actually. That's a really deep cut, sir. Deep cut. Yeah, Crazies is a good one.
And speaking of zombies, Santa Clarita Diet, just duh.
It's another great show. Netflix, guys. Netflix original. 3 seasons. Check it out.
No, and I can appreciate the different route Zack Snyder took on this to try to liven up a genre that, just with us listing off the different movies, has become stagnant.
Covers a lot of that. Yeah, like it touches all of those. Yeah.
He tried to liven up the stagnant genre.
Well, with the decline, sorry, opinion or not, but the decline of nearly a decade of The Walking Dead on AMC, its own spinoff, Ash vs. Evil Dead having wrapped up with a wild 3 seasons, and then being cut off. And then a dozen other zombie flicks in the last year alone.
Yep.
It's a very saturated market when it comes to genre films, and zombie is definitely genre film. But as you were saying, Nick, Zack Snyder was definitely trying to take this saturated market and breathe something fresh into it.
Yeah, I felt he paid homage to the origins of the zombie movie and some of the great zombie movies while adding his own spin to it. Like, just the first entrance to the movie reminded me of the mall scene in Dawn of the Dead. Even
Yes.
the lounge swing music. It's
Oh my god. Okay, hold on. There's no spoilers here, but like in the first 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Easily first 120 seconds, you get some intense action, and then you have this smooth jazz, not quite elevator music.
It actually wasn't jazz. It was more.
I don't mean jazz. I mean like swanky, like older era music. I'm trying to. You maybe can name it.
It was Elvis, bro.
Hashtag I am a millennial, but come on. No, I know. No, I'm describing the feel of it though. Not. I know.
Yeah.
Thank you for the name of the artist. No shame here, guys. You can stab me in the back. All you older guys, all you youngers, take a lesson from Nick. All you younger generation, want anyone younger than me watching. It has some classical Elvis crap playing, but the point is it had some swanky, snap your fingers to classic rock with slow-mo scenes orchestrated beautifully by Zack Snyder, of course.
Yeah, I actually love the soundtrack to this movie so much. I've downloaded the soundtrack. I have it as a playlist. It's great.
There you go, guys. Recommendations for soundtrack.
Viva Las Vegas.
No. Hey, Nick, saying that because we're not going to get crazy spoilery, but maybe there's a couple points I wanted to ask about or question about, I guess, that will either reinvigorate the interest of some of older fans that weren't sure about the direction he went in, or new fans that have never seen it before. I kind of want to throw a couple questions out there and then give a rating so that we don't go too deep into it, because we do. I think you and me both want people to check this out regardless, right?
For sure.
One of my questions to you, sir, was do you feel Zack Snyder took some liberties in showcasing types of zombies that were not normal for what a lot of older fans consider the classic zombie genre? And I know you know what I'm saying. I'm trying not to spoil the main premise of the halfway point of this film, what we discover about certain things. But would you say I'm asking you, do you think some of the types of zombies, because there's a variety of types, do you think some of the types are unique to this version of Zack Snyder, or do you think they fall into the classic set still? Even though for me, I was a little shocked at the halfway point.
Yes, and I'm actually thinking the way he portrayed those is the reason why I actually liked it.
I'm only going to throw this teaser out here. Alphas. One word. I don't want to go too much deeper into that as far as plot goes, but you're saying it is unique, but you liked what he did, or it's so you do agree it deviates from classic zombie stuff, but you still liked what he did.
Yes.
All right, you guys heard it here first. This is not a spoiler cast. Me and Nick both agree. I would say I agree with Nick. I liked how it ended up. It threw me off a little bit. It gave me weird vibes initially because when you said you watched it first, Nick, and then you said Zack Snyder did an amazing job with taking the zombie genre and breathing new life into it. I didn't take that literally when you said that, but now after asking you, after having seen it and me having context, he did some unique things with the zombie genre, and you, being a classic zombie fan, like what he did.
I do.
Now, for me, I will agree with that. As someone who did not expect what happened, the new things that Zack Snyder did with this took me a minute. I was like, ah, yeah, my hardcore. I'm not hardcore, but hardcore in the sense of God, cats. Hardcore in the classic sense of my wife likes classic things and doesn't like deviation. Her seeing this or hearing this, she'd drop it instantly. Me, I looked at it and was like, okay, it's a little weird at first, a little rough, but then as I kept watching, I'm like, I actually kind of like what he did here.
Mhm.
All right. Now, Nick, I'm going to quick mute myself so I can take care of a cat. I'd like you to give me some concluding thoughts and a rating on this, sir. And then I'll give you my rating.
Um, I like that Zack Snyder leaned into what Zack Snyder does. Over the top action, good points of slow mo, and he takes a premise in movies that he does, makes them so ridiculous that it's so entertaining. And that's exactly what he did here. And for a zombie movie, you want that. Zombie movies are ridiculous. And the fact that he was able to turn that ridiculousness into a uniqueness was fantastic. Um, I personally give it 7.5, almost an 8 out of 10. Not saying that it was a horrible movie or anything. It was a great movie. I liked it. But it's also in a genre that is stale. So it had that subtracting from it. Other than that, if we hadn't been inundated with 300 zombie movies in the last 10 years, he would have probably got a 10 out of 10. But so getting a 7 out of 5, 8 out of 10, I mean 7.5, 8 out of 10 on a zombie movie, that is high rating for a zombie movie. So
Agree. Yeah, dude. Agreed.
And here's the thing. I love zombie movies.
Yeah.
I've probably watched every zombie movie ever made.
That's why when you told me, I knew you've seen a lot, enough to know that you know what is classic. And so when I asked you your recommendation on this, and then I went into it watching it, and then I saw some of those dramatic differences, and I heard Nick still liked this movie. I'm like, he sees what I'm seeing, right? He knows this is not what's happening here at the halfway point of this movie is not traditional zombie stuff. There's some new things here. Is he still in love with this? Am I missing something? Did I miss some of the classics that have done this before? And what I'm hearing from you, sir, is it's true. This is some new territory that Zack Snyder has injected into it. Yeah, is that still correct?
Yeah, it has some new things to it.
So I deeply appreciate this. One thing I will say, maybe this statement might be a little bit of teaser to anyone listening. It's not a spoiler, but a teaser rather of the flavor that you might expect to see. So when I say go watch this film, don't be shocked by some of this new flavor Zack Snyder has thrown into it, because what I want to compare it to, and tell me if I'm off base, Nick. Tell me if I'm off base. I would say when I saw what I saw with some of the new flavor he injected into it, I initially thought, man, some of this flavor he's throwing in here with the zombies feels a little more like a vampire story here. What? Am I wrong?
Not wrong.
Regarding, and I want to keep that vague. I don't want to be like, no, the zombies are not like, oh, suddenly bloodsuckers, or they have to be in there at night. No. If anyone knows the genre of vampires and what kind of movies are made about them, and they know about zombies and the movies that are made about zombies, what's something that would be normal for zombies or normal for vampires, but really unique in the zombie genre? And so I throw that there. Nick knows what I'm talking about with that unique flavor that Zack Snyder has thrown into this. Um, Here are my rating thoughts. I think that once I got past the unique take that Zack Snyder threw into this, I think I appreciated even more deeply the film as a whole, where it was going. It is a 2 hour and 28-minute film. If you take out the credits, 2 hour and 20 ish. But it didn't feel like a 2 hour plus film. In all reality, it kept moving, kept going. There was actually a shocking amount of drama in there with Dave Bautista um, and his daughter, his character Ella Purnell in the film, who played his daughter. Both of them had lost. Well, he lost his wife. She lost her mom in that whole backstory aspect of this film. And there was animosity between the two of them ever since that happened. And there's actually some surprising depth with the characters um, that are. It's a crazy slow motion action movie about zombies and a bank heist and all the things that come with those. But there was that added level of character drama that surprisingly to me didn't feel cheesy. It could have been slapped in there very easily. Most zombie movies take anything romantic or drama filled and they do typically just slap it in there and usually make a joke about it. But surprisingly and shockingly to me, Dave Bautista is a past pro wrestler and has played Drax the Destroyer in the Guardians of the Galaxy's film. His upcoming final film with Marvel is Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that he is doing with James Gunn, and he plans on retiring from the Marvel verse. So hearing him doing action films further, and he wants to do more of that and be more involved emotionally, is really cool to see it actually shown here, even in something as silly as a zombie film. I could really see he didn't feel cheesy to me. Like Drax the Destroyer, he plays this autistic character who doesn't quite connect with reality, and he takes everything at face value. So that's what makes the character Drax kind of funny, in the Marvel movie. Here, he played a very down to earth dad that's in the military. Tried to save his wife, couldn't because she was bit and had to kill her himself. And ever since then, him and his daughter had this animosity between each other and this misunderstanding for like 20 years. It's like, wow, Zack Snyder, you threw a human element that was more than just superficial into a zombie film. I think Zack Snyder's got a deeper heart than we realize, and he kind of, and me and Nick both agree, he showed that with flying colors and spades with the Zack Snyder cut of Justice League. And I look forward to any future film Zack Snyder does because of his ability to not only paint a picture, but he's now, in my opinion, after these last two films, a director's cut and this zombie movie, he's proven more than his mettle in being able to paint a human connection. And not to get super deep or emotional, but his ability to do so could have come out of his loss of his own child over the last few years, back when he first directed the Justice League, that led to all the things up to this point. The director's cut, him pulling away from Hollywood for a little bit, him diving into this new story. I look very forward to the future of Zack Snyder as long as he plans on making films. And although not a perfect film, it tingled my fancy. It made me teary-eyed in a super cheesy way. This film did, and I was not drinking, nothing. He just brought a really human element to this that shocked me. But he also breathed new life into, as Nick put it, a zombie genre that needed a breath of life. And for that, I am personally going to give this a 9 out of 10. And granted, I am the more easy to please nerd out of all the hosts. I think what I just said justifies it. Challenge me, fools. Leave a comment down below. Anyway, I stick by 9 out of 10. I respect Nick's 7.58 out of 10. This is where you were rolling. I respect that fully. And guys, that's where me and Nick land anyway on Army of the Dead. So I'm gonna pause right here.
Get out there and watch it. It's good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Check
it out on Netflix. A lot of people have Netflix, so check it out.
And a cool thing about it too, like I said, they are making a prequel series. So if there's anything you feel like you don't understand from the movie, watch it this time. Watch the prequel series and come back to it.
Yeah, the prequel series sounds definitely interesting, and I know
it's supposed to come out sometime next year.
I know I'll come back for that. All right, guys. So, you know what? Army of the Dead ran almost 50 minutes here. So, guys, we promised previously that we're trying to keep our specified episodes close to an hour. In the future, we may expand to additional topics or go longer. We'll let you know ahead of time. But for now, we want to thank you for joining us for our Army of the Dead review. We went a little long. We did a little bit of coverage at the beginning about what we're doing with the channel. And I'll leave you with this. Guys. A little bit of cleanup here. As Nicholas coughs into the catacombs of our archives. I'm kidding. Guys, you can check out all our podcast. Oh, hey, you know what? We're going to leave this at the end because it'll be new for everyone. And we're not officially sure what we're doing yet because we're trying to expand the network. But guys, if you're listening to us in podcast form, hit subscribe wherever you're at, whatever that looks like. If you're listening to us on audio, thanks for joining us. We are the Nerdentials podcast. Just look up Nerdentials on all your podcast feeds. But if you're looking for a little video edition, if you're looking for a little deeper dives, if you're looking for movie trailer reactions, pop culture talk, and deep talks, and anything related to movies and TV, guys, we are now starting a new YouTube channel, a separate YouTube channel from our current mothership. If you've noticed, we do a lot of gaming on our main channel. So right now, we are starting. You guys can look this up. This episode will be on it. It's called Nerdentials Podcasts on YouTube. We're fine-tuning the branding, but we do what links down below. Anyone hopping in now. So if you guys are only interested in movies and TV and all the pop culture related to movies and TV, click on our YouTube channel, Nerdentials Podcast, and subscribe. That's where this episode will be and all future podcast episodes of Nerdentials. That's where it's going to be. Guys, if you're new, thank you for joining us. This is our Movie Matters for the week. And we got more movie talk coming up next week. So join us in the future. Join us every Monday for Movie Matters. Nick, for myself and you and all the misscheduling mayhem of our other nerds, we all love you. Thank you for joining us for your Nerdy Essentials. And as always, we'll see you
on the other side.